Just imagine you are Thanos and you are having a beautiful day when suddenly you hear a strange noise behind you. It's a zombie! How many zombies does it take to turn Thanos into a zombie? Is it 1 zombie? Is it 10 zombies? What about 1,000 zombies? So I was looking through Tab's mods and I had a stupid idea. I remembered there was a zombie mod and I had just an epiphany. Previously, I had taken some zombies and slapped them on the field, and I made those zombies fight Saitama. I wanted to see if Saitama could turn into a zombie. And I came to realize pretty quickly that the zombies could turn Saitama into a zombie slowly but surely. And that led me to a very strange question. Could enough zombies turn Thanos into a zombie? And I thought to myself, well, Crow, Saitama's more powerful than Thanos. Of course they could. But then I remembered Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet and can snap zombies out of existence. It was going to take a lot of zombies to defeat Thanos, and I couldn't wait to try. So I started with a small map, and I slapped my Thanos down on the battlefield. And he is just as amazing as I remembered. That Infinity Gauntlet was going to do some insane damage. Then I started off with a single zombie, just the one. Obviously I knew this was gonna fail, but you had to test. You start at 1 and you work your way up. The zombie moved in to attack, and Thanos tried to snap the zombie, but it didn't work. As we have learned, if there's only one thing, you can't snap it. And watching Thanos' fingers do this snap right here is just amazing. Thanos went for the Time Stone, and then went for the Power Stone, and here we are. Obviously, he was victorious. Next up, I wanted to test 5 zombies. And 5 probably didn't feel like a very large amount, but again, it was better than 1, and maybe it could deal enough damage to start turning him into a green monster, but 2 of them were snapped out of existence, the rest of them were frozen in time, and then the Power Stone said goodbye. Clearly, we were going to need a lot more zombies than just 5. I wasn't discouraged. I knew we had a lot more zombies where that came from, so I jumped it all the way up to 20. I realized that 10 of them were going to get destroyed anyways, but we had to try. We had to keep going. We had to see what Thanos could do as he snapped of the available zombies. The remaining zombies got close, were frozen by the Time Stone, and we all knew what ability was coming next. It was the Power Stone. I also didn't quite notice it, but zombies bleed blue blood. 20 zombies were quite pathetic, and I'm not going to lie. I wasn't discouraged. I wasn't going to give up. I was going to summon even more zombies. We were going all the way up to 40 zombies. And I had to be honest, I didn't believe that this was going to be enough. Again, half the zombies were snapped, and then after that, many of the zombies were frozen by the Time Stone. The Power Stone occurred, but zombies managed to survive. Now, I've learned that the yellow is most likely the Soul Stone, causing the zombies to turn on each other, including a 3-eyed zombie. And this beam was also an effect of the Power Stone, causing untold damage, as this Thanos didn't even seem to change color. At this point, I was starting to realize that we were going to quickly need to increase our numbers as fast as possible, because our purple giant was not about to die. So I added zombies, and I added even more zombies, and I put it up to 100 zombies. The fight commenced, and sure enough, half of them were snapped out of existence. Though I had to admit, it did not seem to be quite half. It seemed to be less than half. The Time Stone was fired off. The Power Stone was fired off. And when I looked at Thanos, he seemed to be slightly less purple. It seemed like the zombies were slowly but surely beginning to affect our purple titan. 100 zombies wasn't enough, but I felt like we were getting closer. If all else fails, I knew I had more powerful zombies. I had the giant zombie at my disposal, and other zombies such as the zombie mother and the zombie flying mother, or flying zombies. If I needed to try these, I would. Time being, we were continuing with regular zombies. 100 zombies was quite impressive, but we weren't done there. We weren't ready to give up. We were increasing 200 zombies. Now at this time, we were getting to the point where the units were so numerous they were gonna cause my computer to fail. But I didn't care. I needed to turn this man into a zombie. At this point, there was enough lag, but slow motion was my friend. Many of the units were dusted, but it was not half, and the Time Stone was struggling to freeze the time of this many units. Zombies were sent flying by the Power Stone, and Thanos gave himself some breathing room. The Soul Stone went off, turning some zombies against each other, and then the Power Stone, using the purple beam, was shot off on all these units. A second round of dusting, a second round of Time Stones, and Thanos is starting to turn green, but one more Power Stone Blast, and he was victorious. Finally, after a while, I had a bit of an idea. I turned the ring and made it circular and put it in the middle. After placing Thanos inside, I decided to surround him 360 with zombies. And now we were finally at 300 zombies. I didn't know if this was going to be enough to defeat the man, but we were definitely going to try. The zombie attack commenced, and they attacked him from all directions, latching onto his body, beginning the process of zombification. But sure enough, a massive portion of zombies were dusted by the Infinity Gauntlet, but the blood continued to spew. The zombies continued to chew, and Thanos was thoroughly surrounded. Here came the Time Stone effect, and shortly thereafter, the massive explosion of the Power Stone, sending zombies flying in every single direction. Surrounding Thanos was a smart strategy, but with that Power Stone, it was very difficult. Thanos continued to fight using the Soul Stone, using the Power Stone. No need to use a Space Stone, no need to teleport around the map. Thanos with another dusting, another Time Stone, and then another Power Stone. And Thanos was still victorious. By this time, I was beginning to lose hope. Thanos was too powerful. The snap, the Power Stone, it was just too much. This is what 1,000 zombies looked like. Could Thanos survive 1,000 zombies on both sides? I didn't know if my computer was going to survive this, but I had to try. The battle commenced, and the 1,000 zombies began to approach into Thanos' territory. And immediately, the dusting commenced, and zombies were dusted in all directions. But the question is, even with the dusting, would it be fast enough? Or will Thanos succumb to the zombie plague? Time Stone after Time Stone activation continues to occur, but there was just too many zombies! More than 1,000 zombies attempting to convert Thanos. I knew that any minute now you would see the Power Stone explosion. This would undoubtedly buy Thanos some time. Yet it did not matter. There were so many zombies. I did not think Thanos was going to survive. The Power Stone and the Reality Stone continued to do their damage, the Mind Stone converting zombies into friends, and in the midst of it stood Thanos slowly turning into a zombie. I let the simulation run at full speed. I wanted to know if another dusting would occur. I was also waiting for another Power Stone explosion. Zombie corpses littered the ground, and Thanos was looking a little bit green. In fact, his eyes were quite green. And then finally, the meteor storm that we have not yet seen in this video, and Thanos was capable of surviving 1,000 zombies. So I had to admit, it looked like he had come close. In this moment, I knew we had to pull out all the stops. We needed the most powerful zombies we can get our hands on to see if he could convert. And if Thanos does convert, could he still use Infinity Gauntlet? The first thing I did was put a Bard on Thanos' team as far away as I could from the battlefield. If Thanos was converted, I wanted to make sure that he would remain active. I returned to Thanos, and I started to summon more powerful zombies. I summoned giant zombies. I summoned flying zombies. I summoned flying zombie mothers. Anything to help take down this beast. I surrounded him on every side with as many zombies as I can get my hands on. Roughly 300 zombies were ready to attack Thanos. The battle started and everything dove onto the purple titan. But sadly, the snap effect wiped out many zombies. But we were also lucky because we had zombie mothers, and the zombie mothers love nothing more than to spawn more zombies. And Thanos, using his Time Stone, using his Space Stone, had teleported across the map, dodging many of the giant zombies. Thanos definitely had a problem. He could teleport around the map, and that was fantastic, but the zombie mothers just kept on spawning. I then realized I had a bit of a problem. The zombie mothers were spawning zombies everywhere, and because they were spawning them everywhere, Thanos could teleport anywhere. And by teleporting, he was avoiding the zombie horde. So I realized zombie mothers were bad, and I grabbed just giant zombies. 200 giant zombies versus Thanos. And just like that, their numbers were cut in half. Zombie giants affected by the Time Stone, and then I waited for the giant Power Stone explosion. But that explosion never came, and suddenly the zombies were moving towards the Bard. Did that mean that somewhere in that pile stood a zombie Thanos and went around the ankles of all the giant zombies trying to find zombie Thanos? And sure enough, there he was. The Infinity Gauntlet was lost. He had weird pointy hands, weird pointy feet, and he was a strange version of Thanos with his Infinity Gauntlet and his sword left behind. You can convert Thanos into a zombie, but he cannot use his Infinity Gauntlet.